welcome back to Rossoneri TV. I'm Gio and I'm alongside Adamo to preview Milan's next fixture, which will be played on Wednesday at the San Siro, 8:45 p.m. Italian time. It's a match between AC Milan and Chievo. Now, Milan picked up a very vital 3 points during the weekend over Sassuolo. Not in the best of ways, however, the 3 points is what matters the most. But more importantly right now, we have to see if Milan could build on that win, because so far this season they've only done that once when winning a match, and the biggest streak they've actually had of wins was a maximum of 2. So I think Milan need to build on that success. It's not going to be enough if you just get these occasional wins. It's not going to get you up there. And right now our main objective is to go there and reach that little group that's currently ahead of us, teams that will be contending for the Serie A championship and other teams that will be contending for Europe altogether. So it's important for us to win consecutive matches and not just stop at one. Now, Damo, we will be facing this Chievo side that occasionally they've done well, and realistically speaking, on paper, they're a name that it's not really supposed to trouble the opposition. However, so far this season, we have seen them picking up very important points against some tough opposition. And in other circumstances, they have lost games where, in my opinion, they shouldn't really have dropped any points. Now, they picked up a very important point at the Juventus Stadium when they faced Juventus at the beginning of the season. They beat Lazio 4-0. They lost against Inter 1-0. And on that occasion, I thought that Chievo deserved a bit more. And yesterday they lost against Napoli only 1-0 again. So it's a team that does well against tough opposition, or big names if you want to call them that. And Milan could be the latest of teams to be added to that list. What are your feelings really going into this match against Chievo, a team that could just pull anything out of the hat at any given time?
Well, I mean, we're not used to saying this, but I'm actually quite worried about this fixture, mainly for the reason that it is Chievo, but as you said, out of all the games that they've been playing, they've only lost by like 1 goal. And even when that was the case, they actually deserved more from the match. Could have even got a draw or even all 3 points in a win. So I think they're definitely a team that Milan have to look out for. Obviously, you know, the return of Walter Birsa, the legend himself. So we're going to have to watch out for that deadly left foot. But I mean, in all seriousness, they are a side that at the beginning of the season you do have to watch out for, because they're going to make the top team struggle for whatever reason that may be. They've done in the past. So Milan are definitely they may fall victim to that, and they can't allow it to happen. So Milan definitely need to get off on the front foot and take an early lead to kind of keep Chievo cooled down so they don't get into their group, because otherwise Milan could get punished. Hopefully that's not the case, and Walter Birsa doesn't make us suffer with that deadly left foot.
Yeah, definitely. A good string of players there for Chievo. You've mentioned Birsa, I could mention Paloschi, and many more out there. That it's just a team that never stops fighting no matter what the result is. And in the Serie A, if you're going to be a team that fights very hard, no matter how strong you are, you're going to get results. And that's exactly what Chievo have done so far this season. Now, speaking about Milan there and going a bit back to the weekend, there have been some players, like we mentioned in the match review against Sassuolo, that surprised many, and I'm speaking about Cerci, Bertolacci, and I think that these players will once be included in the probable starting 11. Now, let's take a look at a probable starting 11, as Donnarumma might be once again starting after picking up his first ever win in his debut on the weekend against Sassuolo. For the back four, we'll see Abate, Alex, Romagnoli, and Antonelli. For the midfield, Kuchka, Montolivo again in the middle, and Bertolacci. That is supposed to be the composed midfield. And up front, Cerci, Bacca, and Bonaventura. Now, the only doubts about this formation, this lineup, are, of course, the goalkeeper. We still don't know if Donnarumma will get another match under his belt, or if Mihajlovic will go back to Diego Lopez after much criticism was received. And another big point here is Abate, because apparently it might be that Mihalovic will look at Gio instead on that right flank instead of Abate, which I believe over the weekend he lost way too many balls. So we'll see what happens about that. But other than that, Bertolacci made a very strong impact when coming on against Sassuolo, so I'm expecting him to start again. And Luis Adriano is expected to start once again from the bench. And if things go out of hand, like we have seen over the weekend, we can expect him to return and maybe make an appearance in the second half. Now, Adamo, looking at this probable 11, a few changes from the starting 11 that we saw against Sassuolo, maybe for the good, depending on the performances that they actually did. Do you think these players that actually did good and weren't really expected to do good could perform once again and bring the result home to Milan?
Well, yeah, definitely. I mean, a player like Bertolacci, for example, is going to need to ride off the fire that he kind of lit up against in their last fixture. So hopefully he can ride off that mojo, like I was saying, and kind of pick up some results for Milan. With such a big price tag, there's a lot of talent to fill in, so he's going to definitely have to do that this season. As for Abate, I would like to see him drop for Mattia De Sciglio, just for the fact that I think he deserves a chance. When he's been playing with the Azzurri as of late, he's been quite well, and it's kind of hard to bench Antonelli because he's been one of our best fullbacks this season. So I do think that Abate will be dropped, would be ideal for Milan. As you said, he's been losing way too many battles. The only thing he's really had going for him as of late is his pace, and he hasn't really been using it to his advantage. So I think it'd definitely be a smarter move to put De Sciglio in this matchup. As for Donnarumma, if he's in there, I won't complain because it's always good to see a young player getting some starts. But he's definitely going to have to watch out for the likes of Paloschi, like you mentioned earlier on, because he's definitely a very dangerous player. Great positioning, like a true number 9. So he's going to really test him quite a lot that match if he was in net. If not, Diego Lopez would be a secure choice. But overall, this lineup should be able to defeat Chievo, but we all know that they've been struggling with the top teams to grind out results.
Yeah, definitely. And the thing that's mostly worrying about Milan is that they're still a very vulnerable team, even though they're picking up results here and there. You still don't know exactly how they will perform on given match days, no matter what the opposition is. So we'll have to see and wait for that match to happen to see how the outcome actually goes. But guys, let me know what you think in the comment section below. Talking about the formation, the lineup, would you guys prefer maybe Calabria starting instead of Abate? This could be another choice for that right back role. And what do you think about the team in general? Would you compose it like that, or you would replace some players in some positions? Of course, let us know in the comment section below. And that sums up our match preview for AC Milan-Chievo. Once again, kickoff will be Wednesday night, 8:45 p.m. Italian time at the San Siro. We'll catch you then. Don't forget to subscribe to Rossoneri TV to stay updated with everything AC Milan. And if you guys want to send in your videos to talk about this upcoming match, make sure to check out the description below for the link on how to do that. Thank you for watching. This has been Gio and Adamo signing off from Rossoneri TV. And as always, Forza Milan!